It was mainly on account of this view of education that I was at a certain time responsible for advocating the scheme of basic education. It has been called the father of basic education. It is not a very proud thing to be a father of a stillborn child, but in any case, one does one's best. Basic education, in my opinion, has not had a fair trial. Once at a conference, I said basic education failed and people who are against basic education were overjoyed and said this man who is supposed to be the author of basic education confesses that basic education has failed. Therefore, basic education is wrong. I never meant that. Basic education, in my opinion, is not wrong, and sooner or later, our country will have to come to basic education, and I believe that it will come sooner rather than later. The education that we had been giving, with which we are accustomed, this education cuts off the education from the life of the people. For a white collar job, as long as we had a few people to educate, a few hundreds, a few thousands, or a few million, that thing did good work, and some very fine minds were the product. But if we have to educate everybody in a people of billion, you cannot educate them in such a way as to take them off from the work. Then you all will starve. You will have all the philosophy in the world, but will have no food to eat and will have no clothes to wear. Why should anybody produce clothes? For if you can philosophies, why should and body produce food grains for you? If you can philosophies, when we are few, our population was a small number. People could devote themselves to philosophy because the others feed them and rejoiced in feeding them. In the circumstances as they are, you cannot take people away from their work. You have to make their work educative, because the work which is mechanical is not educative, and millions of our people are doomed to do mechanical work. Just work which repeats itself, of which they do not know why they do. But if you can make their work educative, that is a process in which they learn to think and judge and select and choose, then you have made work into an educative process that we will have to do if we don't want to go under. And I do hope as an optimist that we will not go under. Therefore, we will have to do it.